after source, let's go to supply lines. Supply lines could be of two categories. One is pipeline network, simple pipeline network of manifold, main line, riser line, lateral lines, terminal branches, and then the pressure regulatory system, sensors and relief valves. The medical gas pipeline system, shortly called as MGPS system, it's a pipeline system which includes pipeline network, control unit and the terminal unit through which oxygen is delivered to the patient end. The three classes of pipeline system exist. One is main line from the source, then riser line which goes to the higher stories, and from there the lateral branches, from there again lateral to the final destiny. In this figure you can see how complex the MGPS line could be. Whenever you are seeing any outlet at ICU end or OT end or patient end, a lot of complexities have already occurred from the source to the destination. These are the special copper pipelines used for MGPS system. They are corrosion resistant, they are neutral with respect to medical gases, they have ease of handling especially for installation purposes, they are bactericidal and fungicidal, and they have great operational safety and durability. So whenever you are using any copper pipeline for MGPS, it should be authorized and dedicated and validated. Coming to regulators in MGPS, they are operating pressure regulator or line pressure regulator. Operating pressure regulator, there are of two types, one on every bank manifold, and line pressure regulator, there are one or two on each manifold. The function is to maintain constant pressure at maximum flow rate of the system. Coming to valve outlet. So valve outlet have area control unit. Out of every ward, you can see this area control unit which has zone valve, valve boxes, monitors and alarms. From here, you can monitor whether the oxygen pressure, air pressure, vacuum pressure is up to the mark or not. Here you can see whether oxygen alarm is going red, whether it's normal, whether it's green. So this can indicate the safety of oxygen supply system. Terminal units where you are actually attaching your ventilator or your oxygen flow meter and it is going directly to the patient end. They are color coded. Coming to installation and maintenance, whenever you are thinking about installation and maintenance of oxygen supply system, there are certain things to be kept in mind. One is cost, second is expertise, labor available and prerequisites. And one more thing in maintenance you can add is quality screen. So coming to now demand versus supply. Why this crunch is there now in this pandemic? Is the supply less? No, the supply was same before pandemic also, but suddenly demand has risen because the COVID-19 is the disease of lung. It's a pneumonitis where lung is at problem and we have to give some oxygen to almost 80% of patients to get tide over the crisis and get better. So demand has more. So how do we balance between this demand and supply? Let's think about it. So how do you calculate demand and how do you calculate supply? The demand can be calculated from bed matrix. How many beds you have in that particular hospital. I think all of us are feeling now every day the data. How many ICU beds, how many ventilator beds, how many simple non-O2 beds. So why this is required? To check our demand. And supply, how can you decide the supply? That is from the source available. So coming to how do we calculate oxygen demand? So just imagine we have two types of beds. One is ventilator bed and oxygen bed. So coming to ventilator bed, average oxygen uses for ventilator bed is about 30 liters per minute. So required oxygen per day in ventilator bed will be X, that is equal to number of ventilator beds into 30 into 60 minutes into 24 hours. Now coming to oxygen beds in non-ICU or simple oxygen beds. The average oxygen usage for simple beds is taken as 10 liters per minute. So required oxygen per day, that is Y, will be equal to number of oxygen beds into 10 into 60 into 24 hours. So total oxygen requirement of the facility for any given day will be X plus Y. So after seeing the demand, let's see how we get the supply. So coming to liquid medical oxygen or Dulux cylinders, the 1 metric ton of oxygen is equal to 876 liters of liquid oxygen, or 1 liter of liquid oxygen is equal to 876 of liters of gaseous oxygen. So net product of gaseous oxygen is A, which is equal to liters of oxygen into 876. So that is one supply. Secondly, coming to jumbo cylinders, type of B cylinders which we are using for manifolds has roughly 7000 liters of gaseous oxygen per cylinder. So net product of gaseous oxygen through this cylinder will be number of B cylinders into 7000. Coming to next cylinder, that is type D cylinder, which has roughly 1320 liters of gaseous oxygen per cylinder. So net product from D cylinders will be number of D cylinders into 1320. So this is second supply. So A, B and D. Coming to oxygen generator plant, it is net oxygen which is produced, that is equal to capacity in liter per minute of that OGP into 60 minutes into 24 hours. So total oxygen capacity available of the facility at any given day will be A plus B plus C plus D, where A is from liquid medical oxygen or Dura cylinders, B is from type B cylinders, D is from type D cylinders and C is from oxygen generator plant. So now I think I am coming to a very important part of the lecture, that is oxygen calculation chart. In last 10 or 15 days, everybody is filling various data models and we are confusing with so much medical jargon. What is ton, what is metric cube, what is liter, what is cubic, I think and everybody just calling their supplier ki arey ye bata do, what is this, and everybody just forgetting and recalculating, and we are just struggling with the calculation of how much oxygen we are using. So I am just giving you a very simple calculation list. So 1 kg of liquid oxygen is equal to 0.77 m³ of oxygen. 1 kg of liquid oxygen is 0.88 liters of liquid oxygen. 1 meter cube of oxygen is 1.3 kgs of liquid oxygen. I know it's very difficult to understand and remember, but just for the sake, you can just by heart later. 1 meter cube of oxygen is equal to 1.14 liter of liquid oxygen. 1 liter of liquid oxygen is equal to 1.14 kgs of liquid oxygen. 1 liter of liquid oxygen is equal to 0.88 m³ of oxygen. And last, very important, is 1 liter of liquid oxygen which we are getting through LMO is equal to 861 liter of oxygen gas. Here I have predicted or depicted two figures of our oxygen LMO gauges. On one side, on the round, we can see how much is oxygen there in m³, and on the right hand side we can see the chart. So from the dial we can see the amount, and from that chart we can see that dial corresponds to how many kL of oxygen available. So that is a direct connection between the gauge available and the chart given to us.